Yeah, and we are live, and welcome back to another episode of the Baseline Bums podcast. It's your host, Rob, aka B-Ball Archives. And once again, I got the main bum in the house. I got beat though, but he's going by J Rod got robbed today. Can you
Did
dive in a little bit about that?
we know what it is. Jacob Rodriguez, the linebacker for the Texas Tech Red Raiders, the number 4 team in the nation, arguably you can make for a higher seed than that, but he's not one of the Heisman Trophy finalists, Rob. And I have a lot of opinions about it. I
Well, it,
mean,
it it honestly blows my mind because he's getting tackles, he's getting interceptions, he's scoring touchdowns. He's really doing everything you want to on a football field, and yet he's not going to be included in that conversation. We're not saying he has to win it, but we're just
right.
saying include him in the day.
I mean, he has less interceptions than those guys that made it. He is involved in what 11 forced turnovers, seven forced fumbles, 4 interceptions. Like that's more than some of the CFP teams have combined as a full team, and he's doing it by himself. So I mean, he won the best defensive player of the year just earlier this evening. So at least he got that. But I do feel he got snubbed with the Heisman Trophy race. But I am curious to see. There is a fan poll that I think drops on Thursday, and if I'm not mistaken, J. Rod was leading for the majority of that like voting contest. So I'm curious to see if he's America's Heisman, even though he's not the real Heisman. But I mean, dude, Jeremiah Love isn't even playing in a bowl game. Like they declined, and then Diego Pavia, like, get out of here! You lost to UT. And then saying has a an argument. So does Mendoza. But come on, man. I think it's racist. I'm just kidding. It's not racist. But
Yeah,
I
we
do think it's a great story. And I don't know if you know this, Rob, but his wife flies Black Hawk helicopters,
I'm not
and
sure if it's mentioned 10 times a game.
she's more of a badass than he is.
Yes.
But
Absolutely.
I digress.
As
Rob,
much as we want to glaze Texas Tech football, we have a Spurs win that just happened moments ago, and we
dude,
absolutely need to dive into that because it was a game that we won, but it was not a satisfying win. I
it was
mean,
gross. It was
yes,
absolutely gross. Like the first half was like, all right, cool. But then like you notice that the first like what 3 or 4 minutes of the game, there was like no scoring. I mean, I don't know if someone put some kind of voodoo on those rims or something, but no shot was going in. Like it would get halfway through. I think what was a DQ that had that one that spun like all the way in and then popped out. I mean, there's some weird shit going on in New Orleans tonight, that's for sure. But once again, bugaboo of all bugaboos, the third quarter.
right. Yeah, the third quarter seemed to be just an absolute just monkey on our back like it has never been so far this season, and that's saying a lot because the third quarter has been our Achilles heel multiple games. And I saw a 20-point lead erased in about 6.5 minutes, and it really wasn't anything crazy. They just switched up to a zone defense, started attacking the paint, and that just really drove us crazy. And I don't understand why. And I really want to see Mitch Johnson start to implement some better zone attacking schemes because we can't just have a team that really isn't all that talented switch to a zone and
Yeah,
just give us fits like that.
dude.
That just shouldn't happen for an entire quarter.
And they don't even have anyone right now. They're all injured, and we're getting cooked by a rookie.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
we got cooked by Derek Queen. Like, don't get me wrong, hell of a talent, but we're a quarter of the way into the season, and he's still a rookie. So you know, we
Yeah.
just gotta fix. We have a lot of things to fix. The good thing is, I think a lot of those issues that we have will be automatically fixed by just Wimby being in on the court. But I mean, outside of that, dude, like it's been. Whew, I'm glad we got out of it.
Right. And I think that's something that you just hit the nail on the head right there. I think when Wemby's back, a lot of this gets fixed because so much of this has to do with points in the paint. And that was the story tonight where we got dominated in the paint. They scored 80 points in the paint and we scored, I think, 66 or something like that, where they just had their way with us. Derek Queen was able to penetrate, get into the like heart of our defense, and for the first time, I really saw why they nickname him Baby Jokic. I
Yeah.
I really did. He was facilitating from the top of the key, finding people cutting back door, and I was like, wow. And he even had a chance to beat
Yep.
us right there at the end, and it just so happens he's only 11% from beyond the arc, so that's always in our favor. So
But, like, as soon as
yeah.
Luke took that step, I was like, "Oh, no." Like, "Oh, no." And because, like, you knew he was right there, and thank God he was short. So, thank good thing he shot that in the 4th quarter, not the 1st quarter, 'cause you could tell that his legs were not into it. So, overall, great win. I mean, hey man, that's why you play Dylan Harper and Stefan or sorry, that's fine. De'Aaron Fox at the same time in the 4th quarter. Because if everyone's focused on Fox, all of a sudden Derek Harper gets open. He has a mismatch, drives straight to the basket, gets a finger roll off the glass, game winner.
Right. And thank you for bringing that up because that's exactly what we were saying on a previous episode where it was like, hey, this is kind of how you have to close out games. We can't go solely through De'Aaron Fox. We're going to have two dynamic opportunity creating guards that can just really keep the defense like, all right, who's going to get the ball? And you saw De'Aaron Fox pull up with the mid range. De'Aaron Fox hit a couple of really key free throws, and also Dylan Harper taking the ball to the basket and finishing around 10 seconds left, putting us up by one and
Yep.
really just kind of sealing the game. So there was a lot to really, really enjoy about having both of those two guys on the court closing out the game together.
Yeah,
Um,
and I mean Dylan Harper, De'Aaron Fox didn't have a great game, especially the second half. So, like, obviously going to be our closer, but when you have that second option and your second option gets a mismatch in the final seconds of a game, like as soon as he got the ball, I was like, "Oh, thank God!" And I was like, he's going to take it to the basket. I feel comfortable with that shot, and I'm glad we did it. So, I also hell of a confidence booster for a kid this age. Was a career high, uh, 22 points, 24 points, something like that.
22, yeah,
Yeah,
it was career high 22 points, and I think that this is about what we are aiming for when we look at this three-headed guard combo, where it's Steph Castle getting a really nice 18, 5, and 5, where you're still seeing him have the energy to exert himself defensively. You're seeing De'Aaron Fox have 7 assists, maybe not have a lot of scoring, only 14 points, but still really facilitating and helping other people get involved. And of course, like you said, career high night for Dylan Harper. So that's really what we're talking about when we're looking at how can these guys uh exist all together. But I have a question for you. There was one thing that I noticed. Um, it was, obviously Steph Castle went right back into the starting lineup. He's healthy. We're starting Steph Castle. Um, so whenever I look at it through that lens, oh, looks like he popped out. He's going to pop back in. But I did notice that we took out De'Aaron Fox before we took out Steph Castle. So I'm really wondering, does Mitch Johnson value what I was going to ask was, does Mitch Johnson value De'Aaron Fox or Steph Castle more? Because what I did notice is that De'Aaron Fox got pulled off the court in the first quarter before Steph Castle. It seemed like he wanted Steph to be out there with the starters a little bit more. So when I look at it through that lens, is Mitch saying Steph Castle is our most important guard?
Yeah. I mean, or he wanted him to kind of get used to the gameplay in his first game back. I mean, either or, but at the end of the day, like, I mean, at this point, you're kind of playing with house money, right? So you can kind of tweak the lineup a little bit, see what works, see what doesn't work. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if he like changes everything next game when Wimby comes back too. So is Steph Castle our guard? I mean,
Yeah.
it kind of looks that way. I mean, didn't have a bad game first game back, so I don't hate it, but also, I don't know what's going on in Miss Johnson's head. I'd rather know what's going on at halftime personally.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good point, and I am going to quote drama from the group chat. He said, "The fuck
Please.
does Mitch Johnson say in the locker room?" And that was in reference to his halftime speeches because we seem to be coming out every third quarter
Just flat.
flat as a
Flat.
motherfucker, flat as a tire that just ran over a shitload of rusty nails is how we look in the third quarter. And I just don't know exactly how we fix that particular bugaboo. But the shout out to Wiz in the comment section. Yes, box score tells you Devin Vassell had a pretty bad game. Yes, my eyeballs
You did.
also said that Devin Vassell had a bad game. He resorted to the Devin Vassell of old and was forcing the very few attempts
Yep.
he did have and just didn't really look in rhythm. So it's, on a night like tonight, I don't mind because Castle played well, Fox played okay, and Dylan Harper played amazing, especially in crunch time, scoring 9 really key, crucial fourth quarter points. So
Yeah.
there's a lot to like there. So we didn't need him. So,
Right.
but there's games where we
So
do need
again,
him.
that works. Right. And what you get with Devin Vassell though, like if he's gonna hit, he's gonna be on fire. If he misses shots and be intelligent about what he's doing. So that's kind of what like my biggest pet peeve with him is. And it kind of like, I mean, it's one of those things like these are the kind of games you look at and go, I mean, if he was included in a Giannis trade, like it would suck, but I understand. And then you look at the game that he had last week where he dropped what 30, and you're going, we're never trading that guy ever again. Like that, don't even include him in the conversation. So you just have that hot and cold with him, kind of like icy hot.
Yeah, but that's just the nature of Devin Vassell is just
Oh
I'm always looking for a layer of consistency that just isn't there. And
yeah,
and it's always frustrating. I guess it's consistently inconsistent is what we actually get from him, but you know who's not inconsistent? And that's Harrison Barnes.
yeah,
Mr.
Mister
Mr.
100% dog.
Yes, Mr. 100%. Another fantastic game for Harrison Barnes. Yeah, just casually leading us and scoring once again. Seven threes. He made 4 of them, 9 for 15 from the field. Just really displaying what a veteran just stepping up late game, all throughout the game, just really, really looked polished. So I'm just over the moon at what we're getting from Devin Vassell. We also
Yeah,
have a Jack in the comments. Devin Vassell needs to be more consistent. Absolutely. We've been hard on Devin Vassell uh, over a course of various episodes, and all he needs to do is just be a more
lot.
reliable catch and shoot 3-pointer, and yeah, and he would be very valuable to
And
us.
and honestly, like I'm still very impressed with Carter Bryant what he's doing with his minutes. I mean, he's not playing anything crazy. I think he had 8 minutes, or he was under 10, and he had a couple really good dunks. Like that's all you need him to do. But he looked confident out there, and whenever we step up, he's going to be a really big piece if we're going to try to make a run in the playoffs. So it's good to see him too. And I mean, we might ask him to do a lot more here pretty soon if we want to make some noise and rumble things up. But I don't think we need to. I like this team the way it is. I think we're growing pretty well. We have a good little back. So I don't think we need to trade for Giannis, but at the same time, if there's a third team involved, like, okay, here we go. If there's a third team involved and they give up their superstar and we give up like kind of what we did with the Kings,
Yeah.
now you have my attention.
Right. I guess it's just the amount of legwork that would have to be involved in that trade to me just wouldn't be worth it. Like, I think that you would just kind of crush the overall morale in San Antonio if you're just like, you know what, we're gonna bring Giannis in. We're not feeling like this is enough right now. Y'all aren't growing enough, and we're just gonna do the fast track route. I really think that you not only put guys on pins and needles as to who's going to get traded, where are you going, but yeah, like I said, it just really sends the wrong message at the wrong time when we're in the middle of playing a good stretch of basketball games. We're winning, we're growing, we're gelling at the right time. And I think our
Yeah,
trajectory makes sense because I think OKC's time is now, and and that's very clear.
that's a good point.
They've
Yeah, that's a
lost
good point.
1 game this season. I don't wanna try to win right now when OKC is in the middle of being a fucking monster. I wanna
Yeah,
wait 3 or 4 years until that team is too expensive to stay together, and
yeah,
then all of a sudden, we're growing and blossoming at the right time, and then it's like, boom, perfect. Now it's our turn to win championships. And so
right.
I'm kind of looking at it more long term than, hey, let's go get Giannis right now and create a window that doesn't necessarily make sense.
Yeah, I know OKC's great. I know they're really good, but not all great teams win the championship. Like, it's still gonna be a grind for them, and yeah, they won it last year, and as young as they are, you miles quickly in the NBA. Anything can happen. So, we'll kinda see what happens, but we get 2 shots at them here at the in time, and nothing would make me more happier than us getting a split or both. So, I would love to see us, really compete against the OKC Thunder on Christmas Day, but I'm also really excited about competing in the NBA Cup on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's gonna be really interesting to see whether we advance or not. Anytime you get to the elimination stage of a tournament, especially when it's against a longtime rival, San Antonio, LA, these games of importance go back, decades. When you look at these Goliaths of franchises going head to head, so not necessarily the cup game's going to be that,
Yeah.
but, it could be a situation where this, creates a little rivalry.
Yeah, and honestly, like, if the Thunder are gonna win the NBA finals or they're looking like they're gonna do that, let's try to split at least and try to, like, not let them do the, what's it called? The treble. I guess it's technically not a treble, so whatever the double would be when you win, like, 2 cups in 1 season. So,
Right.
2 never mind. Um, but I just hope that the court's ready to play, man, because it would piss me off like no other if we get there and they're like, they can't play on the court. We got to switch it up. And it's like, dude, you suck at this. And it's LA. That's insane.
Right. Get your shit together. Why are we having to worry, like, if this court is suitable or not? Like, this should have been figured out months ago, how this is going to be implemented. So yeah, yeah, I agree. We need to keep the aesthetics of the cup up.
Jeremy Sohan tonight.
Yeah, let's talk a little
Four
Sohan.
4 minutes.
Yeah, 4 minutes. Yeah, he
What do you think about that?
played the least amount on our team. I listen, here's my thing. Whenever we play teams that attack the paint relentlessly, it happened
Yeah.
tonight. They scored 80 points. It happened last game against the Cavs. They scored 86 in the paint, just attacked it relentlessly. Um, Whenever we play teams like that, Jeremy Sohan gets exposed and he's has really good defensive versatility. But if you're relying on him to be even your secondary rim protector, he can get
Right.
exposed. And there was times against the Cavs where we were asking him to be our main rim protector, and I think we looked at how much that was a failure and decided, "Hey, we're not gonna do that again tonight." So I think that
Yeah.
was Mitch Johnson kind of making a decision. I'm gonna go with Kelly Olynyk, play him 15 minutes tonight, get Carter Bryant 9 minutes and kinda just supplement what we're doing in the front court with that because obviously no Biyombo tonight, and we did have Cornette back tonight, which is great,
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
which
no,
which
it's
is
always great to see him, but he can only do so much.
right.
He can't be out there 48 minutes. He can't do what everything you want him to do. Like he can just only do so much. Like as fundamental and as great as he is a limited big man at times. And he can't if you have two bigs or if you have someone athletic like a Derek Queen, like just a little slow footed, he's not going to stay in front of him to. And that's just the reality of it. So I mean, like Victor can't come back at a better time, mostly just to relieve some of these guys' duties. Like Harrison Barnes is doing a lot of heavy lifting, and I want to save those for like March, April time when we're really going to need him to step up too. So this next game is going to be a big game. It's going to tell a lot about kind of where we're at with their team, and then also like how long we can lose Wimby for, and then have him back in the lineup and still kind of continue our winning ways.
Right. I mean, I think getting Wimby back and still playing at the pace we're playing, it's gonna take a little time because, there's times where we're just getting out and running and we're not worrying about waiting for the big streaking down the middle. And when Wemby's in the lineup, you have to acquiesce to what the big man wants. And that's essentially for any superstar player, that's going to be true. And um not necessarily saying our offense is going to run only through Wemby. We're still going to run through Fox and Harper and Castle quite a bit. But I'm I'm more excited to see our defensive rebound percentage go back up whenever Wemby comes
Yeah,
back and also just
right.
all of this paint scoring, all of these people getting these
Yep,
easy paint touches. They are literally going to exit the paint when Victor is out there
right.
as opposed to, hey, we got Derek Queen attacking Keldon Johnson tonight, and I'm getting
Of
frustrated
course,
because
of course. Yeah,
Derek Queen's big body compared to big body, and so
yeah.
I'm
Like it
yeah.
just sometimes there's nothing you can do. Like size is size, man. Like if you and I posted up, there's like I'm like I can put my arms up, I can try to pull the shorts down, but like at the end of the day, like you're just taller than me and you're gonna make the shot. So like that's just how it goes. It doesn't matter what I so I think we're in a good spot. I love the way I'm gonna say it every single time. I love the way Keldon Johnson's playing right now. If anything, he's trying to work his ass off. So I just really respect what he's doing right now in his game. I think it's absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. Well, and we've said it on multiple episodes. It's so refreshing when you see our offense create like a couple of kind of bad 3-point attempts, and then Keldon realizes that we just need a nice, easy bucket. So he just goes into the teeth of the defense and then tries to create something. And then if he doesn't create a good opportunity there, then he's gonna get fouled. And so yeah,
Yeah.
it's
or
always
or just
nice to
or just
see.
go crash the boards like several times. He was the only one crashing the board, and he got a couple of those tips. So him doing that and causing a little chaos down low, that get an extra opportunity or two. I mean, that's those are the kind of things that lead to wins like this. So overall, not pretty, but we scored more points, and that's the goal of the game. So
Right.
we'll take it.
Yeah, it was not pretty to say the least, but it was a team win. 8 Spurs in double figures. So there was a lot of love to be spread whenever you're looking at it through that lens. But yeah, just squeaking out with with a couple of possessions difference, excuse me, a one possession difference against a 3-win Pelican team just leaves a lot to be desired. But at the end of the
Yeah, it
day,
does.
win's a win. We'll take it.
Is DeJounte Murray ever going to play basketball again? Jesus Christ, I feel like he's never playing basketball anymore.
Yeah,
I know he's been like super hurt, so I get it, but damn.
he's just so injury prone, man. Yeah. But
All
they
right,
got they have a lot of good young talent. They just can't stay healthy, whether it's DeJounte, Jordan Poole, he can't stay healthy either.
Jordan Pujols.
Zion obviously can't stay healthy. Um,
All right. Well, Rob, before we move on from New Orleans, I have a blind ranking for you.
I can't see. I'm blind, but I'll rank things.
All right, blind ranking. Blind rank these New Orleans rappers.
Let's go.
All right. Hold on. Let me get my handy dandy notepad out in order for you to so I can track this for you. Pull this out real quick. That's what she said. So, all right. Number 1. Let's go ahead and go with the ever so eloquent Mystical.
Mm.
Danger.
See, I like Mystical, but he doesn't have a huge catalog. So I'm gonna put Mystic probably 4. Well, let's put it 4.
4. All right, cool. I like that. Okay, I can dig it. Master P.
Oh, Master P's bad it. We gotta put him at 2. We gotta put 2.
All right, Master P is
Master
at
P.
2. Dose. All
He's
right.
bad it.
All right. Juvenile.
Oh. Juvenile, I'm gonna put at 5.
I make him say. All right, Juvenile 5, really?
I'm gonna go Juvenile 5. Well, I gotta. Well, I think I know one name you're gonna say, so I gotta leave that top spot for this individual.
Are you sure I'm gonna that name? Because I could totally not say that name.
You could totally not say that name. There's a lot of New Orleans rappers.
There's a shit ton of New Orleans rappers.
There is.
I mean, we could probably have done like a blind rank 10, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah.
All right, so where are we at? Okay, so Mystical's at 4, Juvenile's at 2. Sorry, Mr. P's at 2, Juvenile's at 5. All right. I'll give it to you. Lil Wayne.
We'll go 1.
1. So your last one that would be at 2 is Romeo Miller.
So that he's my 3. God dang it. All right. I got stuck with Romeo.
Gotta be careful, man. Gotta be careful with those blind rankings. You never know.
Well, that's why it's blind ranking. You got to take risks. But like sometimes you put yourself on a ledge. but you know where you should never put yourself out on a ledge? With your solar bill, with your electricity. Visit the Solar Scouts, figure out how to get a clean, reliable solar energy plan for you and your fam.
Solar.
Yes, they'll come out and they'll be like, hey, this makes sense for your house layout. We'll put some panels over here. We'll put some cool stuff over here, and they'll make it look all good, and they'll help you save money and do something environmentally friendly. So just visit the solarscouts.com/bums and figure out how to get yourself some clean, reliable solar energy. Absolutely, my dude. So yeah, that's a solid blind ranking. I like when we incorporate the various cities because the Spurs be traveling everywhere. So yeah, we gotta hit up these various states and just kind of incorporate people when we can. I like it.
You know, Rob, I think for the next one for the NBA Cup, I think it would be dope if you told the podcast maybe your top 5 favorite movies of Hollywood.
Oh, I think I can absolutely do that.
I think that would be interesting because obviously, as someone as skilled and a connoisseur of film as you are, I would love to know what movies should I be watching, movies should I have watched that came out maybe 15 years ago.
Absolutely. I can absolutely enlighten the listeners to some gems that I have been inspired by, but also just films that I love to go back to on a regular basis. For sure. I love that. But I think that we have to get to some dunks, right?
We can do dunks. After dunks, I do have one more thing for you, by the way.
Okay, well, should we dive into that first or dunks? What are you thinking?
Let's let's dive into 10 toes down.
Let's get 10 toes down.
Today it's 10 toes down Tuesday. So, Rob, it doesn't have to be basketball related. It can be whatever you want. Whatever you want. I don't care. Tell me an argument you will absolutely die for. 10 toes down. What is it?
Well, lately I've been 10 toes down anti-Nintendo, like really hard. Like I've been pushing anti-Nintendo since the Switch 2 came
No
out,
Nintendo.
and they're talking about like you need to re-buy your own games and stuff like that. And they're just not coming up with new intellectual property, anything. They're not revamping anything. They're pretty much just saying, "Hey, Mario, hey, Pokemon, keep doing your thing and keep cranking out money for us." And to me, that's just not good enough, especially when you're paying $700 for a console. And then now I
Right.
have to pay money on top of that to unlock shit I already bought for the Switch 1 just so I can play it with updated graphics on an updated system. It's like, it just feels like an absolute money grab when you look at what other consoles and I game PC exclusively, and the things you can do on a home built PC just will absolutely blow your mind. And yet a Switch will struggle to play, Pokemon Violet, which is a very, very, it should be a low stress kind of game for a computing program. So it's just not really good product. We lost AJ during my rant over here, but he's probably pro Nintendo over here. I probably offended him, and he owns multiple Switch 2s over here. but but at the end of the day, yeah, I gotta talk shit about Nintendo. It just seems like they're kind of crazy money hungry at this point, and I won't fucking stand for it. Bunch of absolute bullshit. But yeah, I'm gonna get AJ. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, I'm gonna bring up this question, and then I'm gonna bring up AJ right here, and then
Dude, oh my
Di-
god.
dial up
Dude.
gone bad, says Wiz.
Yeah, dude. This AOL is not working out for me today. It's just not.
Well,
I don't
dude,
know
you
what
you
it
you
is.
you gotta get off LimeWire, dude. You've been downloading
It's
too
been
many
bear share.
songs.
I got off where did bear share. I thought I was Gucci. Clearly, that's not the case. So my bad, dude. You were saying Nintendo, they're fucking people over. You're paying a bunch of money for it. So like, I get it. Like
Yes,
Nintendo's ass.
I've been 10 tones down on this for months now, and it honestly seems like now I'm seeing a large wave of social media people talking about it more regularly. So I feel validated.
Absolutely, dude.
Oh yeah.
Good.
What do you
I'm
what do
glad.
you
I'm
fe-
glad you feel that way.
what are you feeling 10 toes down about? Or can we even hear it? Are you gonna glitch again?
All right, dude. So no, I'm probably gonna keep glitching. I have no idea what's going on with all my shit right now. I really don't. Like it's everything's normal. I have internet and it might be Riverside. Riverside, I'm gonna 10 toes down. We should definitely switch on a new one. Um, but 10 toes down, Rob. I'm going with Cisco's second CD, his second album, Return of the Dragon, is one of the most underrated albums of all time. Platinum and no one knows about it. And I will stand 10 toes down. It is a top 5 of every song is a banger, exactly how you want your art that has like a little rap tunes to it, all that stuff, maybe a little big thing. Dude, it is an absolute banger of an album. And I will stand 10 toes down on Cisco's one of the best R&B artists in our generation. And the respect that he needs to get, he needs to have it every other day. If he doesn't have a stature in Baltimore, that's fucked up.
I I mean, I agree very, very much with Wiz in the comment section. That's very AJ. Uh, you bringing up Cisco because I know that we've done Thong Song and karaoke at Liquid Monkey in San Antonio
Shout
before,
out.
and shout out to Liquid Monkey. I don't even
I
is
don't
that
think they're
place?
open anymore.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna say
think
that
someone got
place.
shot or whatever, stabbed.
Yeah, I'd say that. I mean, yeah, that died even before COVID. Like, but at the same time, you know, Cisco consistently putting out bangers, constantly overlooked, more than just luxurious silver hair. Absolutely. But yeah, I'm feeling good about the 10 toes down. That's absolutely a good segment. AJ, I think you might be frozen again. Yeah, you're frozen like Elsa right now, dude. I think you are in Arendelle. Okay, but we are on the heels of a good Spurs win. I'm feeling great about it. Good team win, like we were saying. Eight players in double figures. Go Spurs, go. We are rolling ahead. We got some tough games ahead. Cup game on Wednesday against the Lakers. It's win or go home. So I'm looking at it through that lens, and I really, really just want to go out there, get a win with Wemby. I think that would be fantastic, but I don't want to rush Wemby if he's not really feeling like he's up for it. Looks like I'm just going to finish out this episode myself. AJ's internet might be fully cooked. I'm not surprised. It does seem like we should get him better internet. Get some Google Fiber in that hoe. Absolutely. Yeah, Google Fiber is absolutely legit. But there's a couple other things I wanted to dive into whenever I was looking at this game. Nothing too crazy, but just a couple of little things. Yeah, it was just really we never got to see the three-headed monster on the court at the same time. We didn't get to see Harper, Castle, and Fox all at the same time. But you know, I think at some point we will get to see that combination. I'm really looking forward to it. Um, Wiz asking, "How was Hawaii?" Dude, Hawaii was fantastic. I'll dive into this real quick. Swam with 80-year-old green turtles, horseback rode through the Jurassic Park film site, just ate amazing food, gained 10 pounds. It was an awesome honeymoon. Thanks for asking, my dude. But yeah, absolutely great time. But yeah, we definitely need to keep riding this momentum. I know it was an ugly win, but we got a win. AJ saying Riverside kicked me off, can't connect to servers. You know what? I think this is our sign right here. We need to switch to StreamYard. I need to do uh more investigation beyond the free trial we did with StreamYard. So podcast maybe coming to you via StreamYard sooner rather than later. But yeah, it's Go Spurs go with the win tonight. Let's carry this momentum into the cup game against the Lakers on Wednesday. Uh, if you've been here, if you're watching the episode, we appreciate you. We not only love you, but we love you hard over here. We really love doing these episodes. We love talking about the Spurs and covering San Antonio basketball, but it would not be the same without you. All of your support, whether it's on Instagram, TikTok, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on Apple Podcast, wherever you're consuming the podcast, we really, really appreciate you, and we want to keep you here so that we can keep this awesome Spurs community flourishing. So I really think that, um, we got to keep you here. But also, I got to dunk real quick. I wasn't gonna do a dunk. I was gonna end it on a positive note, but I do have to dunk on Riverside real quick. It seems like we will be switching to StreamYard sooner rather than later. We got to keep a solid connection, and Riverside has booted us from time to time, and that just won't do. So, Riverside, you got dunked on StreamYard. You may be getting a nice alley oop sooner rather than later. But that being said, I'm going to end this episode the same way we end all episodes, and that's with a go, a Spurs, a go. Dun, 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 dun. Fuck you, Heisman Committee, awesome bitch.